Hi guys, welcome back to NoLab. And yes, it is February, which means the golden age of gaming has started once again. Of course, there are a lot of games coming in 2025, and obviously there is one that I've been waiting for such a long time. You might probably guess it right away. Anyway, let's start the list of the biggest game coming this February. Roll the clip.
O dentes fortuna juvat!
Let's start with the first one. If you played the first Kingdom Come Deliverance, you will remember it as a realistic take on medieval life. It features a historically accurate settings, a realistic combat system, and interesting storytelling. This time, the story picks up where we left off, following the life of Henry, the blacksmith turned warrior, as he continues his journey through the chaos of 15th century Bohemia. There are some great things about the game, like the level of details in both environments and gameplay, the enhanced combat system where it's more realistic, and the combat feeling actually felt like a real fight. And the best thing of all, you can explore the world freely and choose your own story, whether you want to be a glorious knight, a diplomat, or a criminal, since any plot is possible, because they gave the rich narratives with complex characters where you can play the game your way. As someone who loves medieval games and wants to be a realistic part of these medieval RPGs, I will play this game when it's come out on February 4th, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, and PC. It's been almost a decade since we got another Civilization. After a long year of anticipation, the game is finally here and it has rebuilt its core system of Civ 7, introducing new ideas and an easier approach for newcomers who want to join Civilization games. There are some new changes for city building overall. Cities are more modular than ever, allowing for deeper planning and specializations. You can also expand and evolve your science district into a futuristic research hub in the late game. And territorial expansion is more dynamic instead of the hex-based expansion we had back in Civilization 6. The other thing is, now the game has implemented better AI leaders, making diplomacy and warfare less predictable. Every culture and government develop in different ways, so replayability is inevitable. The last thing I would say about the game is Civ 7 felt like a different game compared to the latest Civilization series, with its deeper city buildings, AI improvement, and obviously the new ways to play the game. If you are someone who loves strategy games, better check out the games on February 11, 2025 for PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch.
Come. Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands.
Avowed is a new first-person action RPG made by Obsidian, the same developer who made Outer Worlds series, Fallout, and Grounded, which make this game highly anticipated. For those who are unfamiliar, Avowed is like Skyrim without the sandbox open world, since Avowed offers a semi-open world structures where large regions are connected rather than single continuous landmass. The other thing that is also familiar is the RPG system, where you can choose your playstyle for melee combat, magic system, ranged weapon, and also mix and match dual wielding. Feels familiar? Yes, since Elder Scrolls has done that for more than a decade ago. I'll give my honest opinion about the game since I've been following the topic for quite a while. It's great that we have another game that is so close to Skyrim in terms of combat, narratives, and even customization, but I think it's time to upgrade that aspect since the formula has been stagnant for years. It's like playing oversaturated Skyrim with less open world and more chatting and choosing dialogue. Not to mention the controversy that their devs keep pushing around their hatred for gamers make the audience questioning their capabilities of making games for gamers. Overall, it's your choice, and if you want to play Avowed, it's coming pretty soon on February 18, 2025 for Xbox X and S and PC. Like a Dragon couldn't stop making new games every year. This time it's a spin-off that takes the Like a Dragon series into uncharted waters of Hawaii, where the story takes you on a pirate life on the high seas. This time we won't play as Kiryu as we used to, but follow the notorious Gojo Majima, who finds himself stranded on Rich Island near Hawaii with no memory of his past. In the journey along the way, you will entangled in quests involving hidden treasures, local pirates, and remnant of its Yakuza past on your journey to reclaim your memory and uncover the island's secrets. The game still has that Yakuza style of combat mechanics with some signature abilities and dynamic to the battles, with the new edition of naval combat and sea exploration, which is new to the game where you can command your ship to explore the open seas. And the funny thing is, this game actually did what the first quadruple A game was supposed to do in their pirate game, but with less cost and time in the making. Isn't that hilarious? Anyway, the game is coming on February 20, 2025 for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Lara Croft is back, and this time she's going into the modern graphics with Tomb Raider not only one, but the entire trilogy remastered into high definitions, with improved visual, updated controls, and some quality of life enhancement. If you're a fan of the classic Tomb Raider games, this is one of the games that could bring the nostalgic experience, since I remember this game back in the PlayStation 1 when I was a kid, and it's been a long time ago. Oh, and by the way, they're adding checkpoint-based saving, which is a huge addition since back in the day you couldn't do it. The game will be available on February 14, 2025 for PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch. Building upon the success of the first Daybreak, this sequel promised deeper storytelling, refined combat, and more world building for the game. A setting filled with political interests and dangerous underground conflict. The story is set shortly after the events of the first trail through Daybreak. The story of Van Arkwright, the mercenary caught between government conspiracies and underground dealings. For longtime Trail fans, this is another must-play. With its refined gameplay, new mysteries, and deeper exploration of Calvert, Trails to Daybreak 2 is going to be one of the best RPG you played if you like anime and characters-driven storytelling. It's coming on February 14, 2025 for PlayStation, PC, and Switch.
Welcome to the Midnight Murder Club. One flashlight, one gun. Use your senses and become the shadows.
Midnight Murder Club is an upcoming multiplayer first-person shooter with a unique blend of stealth, strategy, and suspense. Set within the dark corridors of Grand Mansion, the game puts 6 players against each other in a game of hide, seek, and survival. With only flashlight and a revolver, players have to navigate through the darkness and outmaneuver their opponents. The core mechanics are quite simple. You will have to survive using only a flashlight to light your vision, while also eliminating the other people and surviving the night. But remember, using any sort of light will also reveal your position, so it's quite a double-edged sword and you might have to outsmart the other. Not to mention the game is full proximity chat, which means you can hear other whisper, footsteps, and movement, leading to unpredictable and sometimes surprising moments. There is also another mode like Haze, where player must steal valuables and secure them, which sometimes put uneven teams against each other with different objectives. It's a fun game for multiplayer and a unique one. I like these tense yet hilarious encounters we found along the game, and maybe I should ask my friend to try the game, since it's coming pretty soon for early access on February 2025. No specific date yet, but it's available crossplay for PlayStation 5 and PC. Big Helmet Heroes is an upcoming 3D beat-em-up adventure game where you play as, well, Big Helmet Heroes, like the title says, and your objective is to rescue princess through various levels with hordes of goblins and bosses. The game offers 29 unique heroes, each specializing in one of 4 combat styles: warrior, brute, rogue, and monk, with their own unique superpowers. The game also supports local co-op mode, which enables 2 players to strategize and battle side by side. It's great for you who have your diabolical duo partners in the game. The other thing I like about the game is how smooth the animation and visual of the game are, with different environment settings from medieval fantasy, mummy, pirates, and even unicorns. I think the game has unique experience with the combination of dynamic combat, different playstyle, and great visual overall. The game also coming pretty soon on February 6, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, PC, and Switch.
Gunshots were reported close to a local bar. There are reports of the victim losing.
Ambulance Life, a Paramedic Simulator, is an upcoming simulation game where players step into the role of paramedics, experiencing the challenges and responsibilities of emergency medical services. The gameplay is quite simple. You will have some emergency response and drive to the accident sites promptly. Give first aid and make critical decisions that require quick thinking and adaptabilities to save someone's life. It's basically like being paramedics but in GTA world. The game also offers two modes, the classic for newcomers who are still learning the curves and simulation mode where you just realistically get hands-on approach to the real situation on the street. It is a great game with realistic portrayals of paramedic duties and some educational elements perfect for those who are interested in knowing some of the paramedical works or for those who are curious about what paramedics used to do in the streets of GTA daily. Jokes aside, this is not related to GTA at all, so yeah. The game is coming on February 6, 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox X and S, and PC.
Incredible.
You know that I'm saving the best for the last to keep you engaged, but here we go. Monster Hunter Wilds is the newest titles of Monster Hunter series, where for the first time we are introduced to the new seamless open world Monster Hunter on a large scale. I remember seeing this for the first time in the Game Awards 2023, and it's blowing my mind, not only for me, but it's a gift for every Monster Hunter fans who've been starving with the new Monster Hunter game since they took a break to develop this one. Capcom has been teasing us entire years with the new trailers and gameplay showcase. Even the beta test has more players than Monster Hunter World ever had in Steam only, by the way. Like, can you imagine how big this game is going to be for us hunters? And since Monster Hunter World has introduced newcomers to the series, this time Monster Hunter Wilds are meant to be the Elden Ring for Dark Souls, which captures more gamers to the series, those who are unfamiliar with Monster Hunter since Wild is so newbie-friendly game. I knew it, I tested before. Anyway, returning to the topic, Monster Hunter Wilds has introduced more monsters from the newest edition to the fan-favorite returning monster in the old generation. There's also a massive change to weapon abilities with the new focus system. You can bring two different weapons now, set up a new campsite in the open world so you don't have to run back just to restock your items. And speaking of running back, there is a new mount system which implement after Monster Hunter Rise mounting system, and it's here to help you traverse the vast open world. Another thing to add is Monster Hunter series has gone through a lot of co-op gameplay, and this time they make sure to make it bigger, since not only do they have online multiplayer, but the game will also feature new co-op mechanics where the hub is capable of handling 100 players. The biggest I've ever seen in the series. Not to mention the crossplay between console and PC is finally confirmed. Prepare to hang out once again with the boys since this is one of the biggest features they add to the series. And if you know Capcom, they will always add post-launch updates, new monster, and special events to keep the game fresh over time. I think it is a lot of things I have to say, but let's keep it to the Monster Hunter Wilds review coming pretty soon. So hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out. Well, the game is coming in less than a month from now, and I cannot wait until release date on February 28, 2025 for PlayStation, Xbox X and S, and PC all together on day one. So that is all for the biggest game of February. Like I said before, the golden age of gaming has started once again, and I cannot wait to try all of them. I bet you also have the game that you are waiting to hop in. Tell me in the comment down below if I missed something, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel since we have the same passion for gaming. And I'll be back with more gaming news, content, and live stream. Thank you very much for tuning in till the end, and I wish you the very best experience this month. Catch you later, and stay knowledge, guys.